Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's Sean from Seankbeauty, and this is Seank's Beauty Bar, where we grab from the bar and discuss all things beauty. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you leave your questions in the comment section below. I grab one of those questions from the beauty dish and feature them here on this segment. So today's question is coming from the beautiful Laurel, who asked me on my take on AHAs and BHAs. So if this is something you're interested in, just keep watching. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Do give it a thumbs up. Share this video, everyone, so that your loved ones will have some insight and knowledge on what's going on. I'm a former microbiologist and biochemist, and I bring my scientific insight and many years of it to your questions in the comment section below where applicable. So with all of that covered, let's take a deeper dive. And we're going to start with what are AHAs and BHAs and who are they for? So let's get into this. I want to take a deep dive, but I don't want to go so deep that I lose you guys, because that's not my goal. My goal is to really give you this in a way that it's informative and that you can share it with your loved ones. So again, I do ask for you to share this video. We're hearing a ton about these acids thrown about on YouTube. And again, they're not coming from dermatologists. They're coming from influencers, people who don't have a scientific background. And I know one of the subscribers had mentioned, I'm so confused now. Another lady had mentioned as well that, I've tried all these products and it's really damaged my skin. And so this is the reason why I highly recommend going to a dermatologist or an esthetician. Again, guys, I'm giving you valuable information, but at the same time, I want to give you the best advice, and that is seek a professional to make sure that they can prescribe you the right products that's beneficial to your skin type, because every single product that's marketed here on YouTube is not going to be for your skin type. I do highly recommend, if you're still not wanting to do the esthetician or the dermatologist, to patch test whatever skincare it is right here in the middle of your elbow to determine whether or not these products are conducive to your skin type. So hopefully that provides some insight. But let's give you this information and you can make your informative decision from there. When we're talking about AHAs and BHAs, we are talking about hydroxy acids, acids that are used in a chemical exfoliant. And it is much different from a physical or mechanical. Mechanical is more of the Clarisonic brush, like what I use, or any sort of sloughing cloth. They have different names that you can use to slough off the dead cells from the topmost layer of the skin. Now, a physical exfoliant is also different from a mechanical too, because it's one that's more like your scrubs. So I use a physical exfoliant. It is the micro delivery exfoliating face wash by Philosophy. I talk about this one a lot because it's mild, and I do see a huge difference with using this before and after I put on my makeup, and I can use it every day and there is no irritation. So that's the reason why I really love that. Now, when we're talking about chemical exfoliants, we are talking about using acids that are going to dissolve dead cells off of the skin's topmost layer to really resurface the skin and bring out a smooth, plump, refinished or resurfaced look to the skin. So that's why a lot of people like to use AHAs and BHAs. So let's talk about what is an AHA. An AHA is actually a water-soluble acid that is extracted from fruit. It is one that can be naturally occurring or it can be synthetic. So just putting that out there as well. A lot of the times, even like retinol, and I talked about this in a previous video, can have preservatives and it can have fillers in it. So you want to make sure that you have the best AHA product out there that you can use. And notably, one of the AHAs that we hear a ton here on YouTube is glycolic acid and lactic acid. Lactic acid is derived from milk, and like I said, AHAs, like your glycolic acids, are derived from fruits. So your grapes, your apples, etc. BHAs, though, on the other hand, are oil soluble acids, and these are ones that go deeper into the epidermis to really get into the follicles in your pores and pull out any dead cells and all oil. So pretty much, if you have combination or oily skin, a BHA would be more the go-to acid that you're looking at. If you are with mild hyperpigmentation, that means melasma, scars, sun damage, unevenness of skin, fine lines, surface wrinkles, that's when you want to go into your AHAs. And typically, if you're pregnant, a dermatologist would tell you to go with an AHA because these molecules are large and they cannot penetrate deep into the surface of the skin, therefore getting into the bloodstream, therefore harming your baby. So that would be that acid group if you want to do a chemical exfoliant that a dermatologist would recommend. The beta hydroxy acids, they get deep into the pores. So again, for anyone who's looking to extract out dead cells as well as get rid of excess sebum or oil from the skin, this is going to be your acid of choice. So let's talk about the concentrations that you need to be using, because there's a lot of different concentrations out here. How do you know what's right for you? And that's what we're going to get into right now. Okay, so with an AHA, you want to go with a concentration anywhere from 10 to 15%. You don't want to go any higher than that. You want to use this every other day until your skin really gets used to it. Again, your glycolic acid, your lactic acid, your malic acid, your mandelic acid, citric acid, these are the AHAs that I'm specifically talking about. What's so great about glycolic acid is that it has antimicrobial properties that will help to fight against any pathogens on the skin. So any microbes that are going to be harmful to your skin, and hence reducing acne. So that's what your AHAs are really going to do. And I'm not going to talk about the citric acid, the malic acid, the mandelic acid, and all these other AHAs because I don't want to overwhelm you. So I'm going to focus on the ones that's thrown around a lot here on YouTube, which is your lactic, salicylic, and your glycolic acid. So a really common BHA that we hear about a lot is salicylic acid, known for calming redness, and is one that is also used a lot in acne treatments. I know that Mary Kay uses a lot of salicylic acid in their Clear Proof line, Ole Henriksen, or The Ordinary. They also use salicylic acid to fight and ward off acne. Now, the concentration you want to use is anywhere between a 0.5 and 5%. So that's your range, 0.5 to 5%. I would say anything higher than that, you really need to be looking at a professional to really see if you're going to need this. I have never used a chemical exfoliant. So if anybody's going to ask that question, I've never used a chemical exfoliant. I've only used the physical exfoliant. I've never done a chemical peel. And because I've never really felt the need for it, because here comes the side effects with this, guys. And this is not to discourage you, but this is to give you information for you to make the best informed decision. Heightened sensitivities to the sun, just like your retinols, you're going to have sensitivity there. So you need to use an SPF. And I also recommend trying to do these peels at night if you're going to do them in home, or these exfoliating treatments at night, just because the sun does not interfere with that process happening. So I would definitely recommend at night, just like I do with using vitamin C products. However, the next day I do recommend that while you're using these acids, that you're going to still need to put on SPF sunscreen during the mornings and when you're going out the house and going to be exposed to the sun. Another side effect, apart from sensitivity, is irritation, more discoloration, more sun damage, and an increase in flare-ups of cold sores. So that's some of the notable side effects when you're doing a chemical exfoliant, which is similar to a chemical peel. But however, chemical peels tend to blister up the skin. And if you guys want me to do a video on that, definitely let me know and I will talk about chemical peels and we can go deeper with that. But the chemical exfoliator is definitely going to do its job. However, I just do want you to be cautious of the side effects with that. And I do want you to see an esthetician or dermatologist if you're interested in doing that, or just do patch testing for 3 days just to see if these products are conducive with your skin type. Now, here's the next question. Can I use BHAs and AHAs together, or would I have to use one over the other? Now, scientists have proven that using both of these together does boost collagen production. It does help with the anti-aging process, resurfacing the skin, getting rid of the fine lines, or should I say diminishing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, as well as getting rid of or diminishing hyperpigmentation. And so you can use them together interchangeably, or you can use them alternatively. So if you use like your salicylic acid on a Monday, then use your glycolic acid or your lactic acid or whatever acid that you're going to do that is an AHA. Use that maybe on a Thursday or a Wednesday, just depending on what your skin is doing. If it's feeling like it's burning, I definitely say do not do it. And I know that a lot of people are mentioning, like one young lady mentioned, there's so many things being thrown at me. I'm so confused and I have dry skin. Here's the thing, when you have dry skin, and this was the answer I gave her, and I was talking about retinol. Retinol's side effect is drying the skin. So if you have dry skin, it doesn't make sense to go with a product that's going to give you the side effect of dry skin. So would I recommend an AHA for sensitive or dry skin? Absolutely not. Now, again, you can do what you want, but I would not recommend an acid when you have sensitive skin or if you have dry skin. Because remember, guys, these acids are pretty much having those types of side effects. So, you know, if you have dry skin, you want to make sure that your pH on your face is at that 5.5. So you will find products that are between a 4.5 and a 6 to bring your face back down to homeostasis, because dry skin, rosacea, eczema is a sign of the acidic mantle or the barrier on your skin being compromised and the pH being above that 5.5. Adversely, if you have oily skin and acne-prone skin, that means that your acidic mantle is too acidic, and now you're dealing with overproduction of sebum from the sebaceous gland that's making your skin super duper oily and hence giving you the acne breakouts. And a BHA is really great for dealing with the oiliness in the skin by going deep into the hair follicles, into the pores, and really pulling out those dead cells and minimizing your pores and getting rid of any dirt that's underneath there. Almost like what activated charcoal does for me in a charcoal mask. Activated charcoal is an absorbent. So what that's going to do for you is literally the exact same thing. Get deep into the pores, pull out the dirt, the oil, and any sweat, and really minimize the pores and detoxify the skin. But we're not talking about masks, and I get it. But just know that you can find AHAs and BHAs in toners, in masks, in peels, in cleansers, in moisturizers. They're pretty much everywhere. You just need to know what it is that you're trying to target so that you would know which one you'd want to use, or if you're willing to use both. They both are great, serve different purposes. Proactive actually has a Proactive Plus correcting pads that has both AHAs and BHAs in them. But again, it just depends on what you're going for. If you're just remembering this pro tip. If you're looking to get rid of acne, you want to go more BHA. If you want to get rid of sun damage, discoloration, unevenness of skin, hyperpigmentation, fine lines, that kind of thing, you're going to go the AHA route. Now, my pro advice is also to seek a dermatologist. I can't stress that enough. But hopefully this, guys, added some insight. I did not want this video to be too long, but I wanted it to be valuable and informative enough that if you have any concerns and questions about AHAs and BHAs, that I can provide you with some clarity. Again, leave your questions in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer them, and I'm also happy to feature your questions here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Sean K's Beauty Bar. I love you guys so much. Ciao for now.